Hey, it's your girl Ari Unique. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I know it's been a minute, but your girl is back. And if you want to see how I got this look, please stay tuned. Okay, so I'm using this brush to put on my moisturizer. I use this moisturizer because my skin, as you can see, it breaks out. It breaks out a lot, honestly. I'm trying to figure out what is making me break out or whatnot. It could be stress, but anyways, I use that to moisturize my skin, excuse me, or whatever, and it helps pretty good, you know what I'm saying? Because before I use this, I moisturize it with other products or whatnot, and my little dry skin patches will come through the foundation, and we don't want that, you know what I'm saying? So I use that, and it helps. Now, it might not work for everybody, but it works for me. And now I'm getting my foundation ready. Now, I'm using Mary Kay foundation in the color 600. And this is basically the only... this is the main foundation I use, should I say, or whatever the case is. And then I use Fit Me, but I haven't been able to go to the store to get my color. I just had a color I wear in the summertime. But you know, your skin get lighter in the wintertime, so I don't got that color. So I'm using Mary Kay. And it look a little orange like I always say, but it's all gonna blend in. Trust the process. But I love me some Mary Kay. I'm pressing in and I'm swiping down, press, dab, swipe, all of that. But I suggest that you press in more so than just swipe it. Pressing in is a better technique to use. Now I'm using my concealer. I got this concealer from the Beauty Supply, and it kind of remind me of LA Pro concealer, LA Pro Girl concealer in the color fawn and toffee, kind of mixed together. So I use that, and then I use my chestnut and mix it with that. Now, usually, you know, I make it even. You know how some people make the triangles under their eye, whatever. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Either way it go, it all turn out the same. You know what I'm saying? And then I put the darker color on the on the outside of the light concealer because it blends in with my skin tone. So it's easy to blend, if that makes sense. And I don't often do this, what I'm doing now, putting concealer under where I contour, but sometimes I feel like, you know, I want to do it, and then sometimes I don't. You don't have to, but I'm doing it on this video, and I'm using the color chestnut because I don't want it to be too light. So I would say use either your foundation to cut under your contour or use a concealer that's close to your skin tone. So now I'm just taking my beauty blender and I'm dabbing that concealer in. Now, my beauty blender a little wet, but sometimes I do it dry. I hear a lot of people say that, oh, it don't, you know, it soak up a lot of product or whatnot dry. I say try different techniques when it comes to this makeup thing, because what people say don't work or what you're doing wrong, it might work for you. It might work for your skin tone. So I say just try it. You know, do what you feel or whatnot. I'ma always tell you what works for me, the tricks I know or whatnot. But always, you know, do what you feel. You can't always listen to what people say to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you what works for me, but what works for me might not work for you. You know what I'm saying? I was watching YouTube all the time, and I'm like, okay, they say this work, don't do this, this, and that. And I had to figure it out on myself. I mean, by myself for real, because what they was doing, I'm like, okay, something missing. It ain't working for me. But then again, I learned that when it come to YouTube, they don't show you all the steps. And that's what I'm here from, to show you all the steps to help you out the best that I can. So if you have any questions, just let me know. So I blended all of that in. And I'm blending under my eye again because, you know, it creases under that. So you want to make sure you press all of that in so it can be smooth, baby. Okay, I had to go back in and make it smoother under my eye. I don't want no creases. None whatsoever. So I'm doing this before I set under my eye and the highlighted areas. You just want to make sure everything gets blended and smooth together. Taking a little more concealing, I'm putting it around my mouth because it looked a little uneven. Blend, baby, blend. Yes. So now I'm going back in with my foundation brush to blend all of that in. Like I always say, makeup is about blending. You gotta blend, blend, blend. Sometimes your arm gonna get tired and feel like it's gonna fall off, but them pictures gonna look good though. So now it's Banana Deep. I'm using Banana Deep. Now I do have regular banana, but that's a little light. You know, that I had that for backup just in case I run out of anything else. But Banana Deep is good. And I set it under my eye and I press it in. I used to just bake first or just bake, period. But I learned this pressing in technique and it is amazing. Now, usually I won't start off with that much. I just start off with a little and press it into my skin. Oh my gosh. I love this technique, y'all. And if you pay attention, you see how I kind of just blended right into my skin. I mean, of course, you still see that it's powder there, but it's blending into my, you know, skin, if that makes sense. Except for the other eye. But anyways, I'm using this and then I'm going to go around my mouth. All the areas I highlighted except for under my contour. Now I'm using Black Opal setting powder in medium, and I'm going to set over the Banana Deep, and then I'm going to set under my contour. And I'm even pressing this in. I don't put all that powder on there and just let it sit and bake. I just press it in. Because you pressing it into the skin and it helps it last longer or whatnot. And I put whatever was left over under my contour. Now I'm taking my stiffer brush. I think it's stiffling brush. Correct me if I'm wrong. Write it in the comments. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'll be having a hard time saying it or whatnot. And I'm just dusting the excess, you know, the extra powder, loose powder off. Which isn't much because I pressed everything else in. Okay, now I'm going in to set the rest of my face, everything. Because I want everything to blend in together. Blend, blend, blend. I didn't liquid contour this time. When it comes to this makeup thing, sometimes I do everything, sometimes I don't. It's based on how I feel. It's so many tricks and ways to do things to get the same result out here, to where it's like, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? You always learning something when it comes to this makeup thing, or just anything, period. Now I'm contouring with an angle brush. It was a Christmas gift. I don't know where they got it from, but I'm contouring with the angle brush. And you see I'm patting and brushing at the same time, brushing up. And then when I get to my edges, I brush back so it can blend into my edges. You want everything to blend in. And brush up. Okay, I brush down a little bit. Blend, blend, blend. Get under that chin, baby. Let's contour. It's crazy because what I'm seeing, it look like I have a lot on, like how I like it. But going back and looking at my video, it's like, okay, it still look light. You know what I'm saying? It don't look how I seen it in the mirror. It still look good though. Come on. I usually don't even contour my nose, but I'm doing it today. If I do, I'll do it light, but I don't really do what I'm doing now. Here you go, the final look. I hope you all like. I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching. Okay, y'all, that's the end of my tutorial, my makeup tutorial. So if you have any questions, inbox me on my Instagram for any other videos y'all want me to do. My Instagram is ariunique_, all lowercase. And hit me up on there, or you can comment below. Let me know what y'all think, what y'all like, if y'all like it. What y'all want me to do next. Let's get this year going. Let's get popping. Let's get started. If it's something you doing, don't give up. Continue to do it and push. No matter how many likes you got, shares you got, comments you got, keep on going. Consistency is the key. See ya.